We are mixing things up for the Wishlist series this week, so let's talk about some twin packs. Hello there, welcome back to the channel. I am Grand Moff Tony. Now, we had a plan originally where we were going to go to Motor City Comic Con this year, and we were going to film some vlogs, have a good time, and then we could make a really good video event out of it that week. But then we suddenly realized, oh, that's right, we're poor. That at the end of it, I didn't take the time off work, and we would have been paying like $100 for maybe 3 hours on Saturday, because that's all the time that we had. So I think it's better if we just put that plan off, plan a little bit better next time, and then we'll go for it. So that leaves the question, what are we going to talk about this week? Well, this week I wanted to focus in on something that Hasbro's been doing really well lately, and that is multi-packs. Whether you're talking about the Last Command 4-pack, the Clones of the Republic twin packs, which are doing very well. We have a Jedi Survivor 3-pack coming with some reprogrammed Bedlam Raider battle droids. We've got an Army Builder twin pack with a Clone Trooper and a B-1 battle droid, both plain, both army builders, what a time to be alive, and of course the Captain Enoch and Night Trooper twin pack. This definitely seems to be a new directive from Hasbro, that they are really pushing multi-packs, and I am, for one, absolutely thrilled by that idea. So that got me thinking, if we're doing interesting off-the-cuff wish lists this time around, how about we talk about a twin pack wish list? Or more accurately, how about we do a Trooper of the Faction wish list? So what I did was I sat down and I thought about twin packs for each of the major factions in the Star Wars universe. And rather conveniently, it ended up being a top 5, because I left the Republic off the list because Hasbro seems to have the Republic down. They know what we want from these. We want a Jedi, we want a Clone Trooper from their Legion. Easy peasy Japanesey. But what about the other 5 factions? The other 5 major factions in the Star Wars franchise? Well, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to sit here, I'm going to talk to you about my top 5 wishlist picks for Black Series twin packs based on factions. Now, what I wanted to do here was kind of follow the template that Hasbro has thrown down. That being that predominantly each twin pack will feature a repainted reissue of a figure. So, for instance, what we're seeing in the Clones of the Republic line is it's a reissue of a Clone Trooper and it has been repainted to fit a certain Legion. I like that idea. So that will be one of the figures. It will be a figure that is essentially just a repaint. And then the second figure in the pack will be a new sculpt, a new figure. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Jedi figures aren't new figures, they're just minorly retooled. Well, we'll just keep that in our back pocket as well. So we're looking for twin packs based on factions with one trooper and one character. This was surprisingly challenging. I had a lot of fun coming up with this. I don't have any honorable mentions this time around because I just have the 5 main factions. So with all that in mind, let's get into the list. So let's kick things off at number 5 with the Rebellion. Now, I had a couple of ideas for this faction twin pack. I hovered on the idea of a Hoth twin pack with maybe the Hoth Rebel Trooper and General Riken, and a very popular idea that I kind of clung to for a while was a Tantive 4 style twin pack that would come with Captain Antilles and a Rebel Fleet Trooper. But then, of course, I remembered that the Rebel Fleet Trooper is already coming out in another twin pack with an Imperial Stormtrooper. So Hasbro beat me to that one. So then I landed on a Battle of Endor twin pack for the Rebellion, because this was essentially their greatest victory. Endor is one of my favorite battles in the entire series, so what to do for a Rebellion-themed Endor twin pack? Well, the obvious pick for the Trooper side of it is the Endor Rebel Trooper. This was a great figure. I missed out on it. I've never been able to track it down. This would be a great opportunity to get that figure back out in circulation, and considering we're building a twin pack here, we could even throw in some exclusivity to it. Maybe exclusive faces that also fit the other Endor Trooper. The Endor Trooper is an obvious pick for the Trooper side of it. What about the character? Well, the character for me, I went through Rebel leadership and all of that stuff, and I was like, I don't know. I can't really sit here and ask for Mon Mothma because I don't think she was at the battle itself. Pretty sure she hung back and she let Akbar take care of that. So my pick for the character in this twin pack is an Ewok. I would love to get Chief Chirper into the line. So that's my pitch for a Rebellion-themed Endor Twin Pack, the Endor Rebel Trooper and Chief Chirper. Ewok figures are mostly reuse as well. They usually use the same basic mold that they used for Tebow and Paplo, so this twin set is pretty much built 100% on reuse, and I love that because it appeals to a company that's looking to make more money. They don't have to spend a ton. I think it would be very, very popular. Endor Rebel Trooper and Chief Chirper are my pick for a Rebellion twin pack. At number 4, let's talk about the First Order. Now, I really struggled with the First Order because the biggest, most crying for attention figure in the First Order line is the First Order Stormtrooper himself. That is a very, very rough figure. It needs updating. It needs a modern sculpt. I don't think it's ever going to happen. So I kind of abandoned that dream. I abandoned the dream of getting a 2020 Stormtrooper update to the First Order Stormtrooper. Well, then I got thinking, what if it's less about the First Order and more about the Final Order? This started to make things slightly easier for me because a fantastic army builder from the Final Order that I wish I had picked up more of is the Sith Trooper. Fantastic figure. It's what, 5 years old I think at this point, and it still stands up. It's an incredible figure. So that would be my pick for the Trooper side of it. What about the character? Well, I kind of talked about this character in my Rise of Skywalker wishlist. I would like to get Allegiant General Pride in the box, and that's why I decided to settle on a Final Order twin pack rather than a First Order twin pack, because it gives us the opportunity to bring Allegiant General Pride into the line in a very thematic box set. Like, it's obvious he has practically no real loyalty to the First Order. He's loyal to Palpatine. And again, we're looking at a twin pack that would be predominantly reuse. It's a trooper that they've already released that they're simply reissuing, and now we're looking at what could be just an Imperial officer body with a really, really great head. We do have that new Grand Admiral Thrawn coming down the line. That's on an entirely new Imperial officer body. I'd like to see that applied to General Pride. Kind of give him some height and some proper stature. You know, if we are going with the idea of a trooper and a character, then these would be my two picks easily for this faction. Allegiant General Pride and the Sith Trooper, easy picks for a First/Final Order twin pack. At number 3, let's talk about the Galactic Empire. These guys have so many troopers in the line, but I am always going to buy more of them, so there's no real point me arguing about it. First, let's get the obvious thing out of the way. What's going to be the trooper in an Imperial twin pack? Gotta be the 2020 Stormtrooper. Simple as that. We could look at doing a repaint, like maybe do a Stormtrooper Commander, like bring that old figure back but kind of give it the 2020 treatment. I feel like maybe that would be really, really good, but at the end of the day, let's be perfectly honest with ourselves, we need the 2020 Stormtrooper in this box because it is the best Stormtrooper body that there is. Now, I really went back and forth on the characters here. I was like, anyone from that round table meeting with Tarkin, anybody who shows up Empire, maybe we could get Moff Jerjerrod from Jedi, but then I kind of drifted back towards those twin packs that are coming out with 2 army builders in them, and I know that there is an army builder Imperial character that a lot of people in this community really want to get into the line. I feel like putting it in an army builder box set with the best Stormtrooper body in the line would really get people out there buying it. I'm talking, of course, about the Death Star Gunner. This guy comes up a lot in a lot of people's, like, top 5 most wanted figures in the Black Series. It's one of those original Kenner figures that we are sorely missing in the line, and I completely agree. They have such an awesome and unique look to them, so I kind of bent my own rules here. I put 2 army builders in the box. Shoot me. I just feel like the best Stormtrooper in the line and the most anticipated Imperial Trooper yet to be made, that I think warrants breaking rules. So that is my pick for the Galactic Empire twin pack. A Death Star themed twin pack with an Imperial Stormtrooper on the 2020 body and the Imperial Death Star Gunner. At number 2, let's talk about the Resistance. Now, for these guys, I really didn't know what I wanted. Like, there are so many different, unique-looking Resistance troopers in the movies. It was really hard to nail one down and be like, I want that one. That's the one that I want. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, even right now, sitting here recording and looking at my notes, knowing what I'm supposed to say, I still haven't made my mind up. But this is it. This is make your mind up time. So I settled on a Battle of Exegol twin pack for the Resistance set. And what I want out of the Trooper side of it is honestly just a generic Resistance pilot. That's what I want. Just a generic Resistance pilot. Use that old pilot Poe Dameron body, take that atrocious head off and just put a different head on it. Put a couple of heads on it. Put faceplate changing heads on it. I don't care. Just put a generic Resistance X-Wing pilot in the box, and I'll be very, very happy. Well, that leaves the question of who's going to be the character. And again, I kind of talked about this back on my Rise of Skywalker wish list. I'd like to get a Rise of Skywalker General Poe Dameron in the box. That's what I would like to get. I'd like to get his Resistance hero look from that final movie, because it's just a great look. Obviously, the Resistance pilot would be pretty much 100% reuse except for the head, and at the end of the day, you probably display them with the helmet on, so does it really matter what head they go for? Really, it's the Poe that I would get out of this box, because I feel like they'd go so well together. I think it'd be a great set. I think Poe would be a fantastic figure. So yeah, I'm taking another opportunity to get a figure that I really, really want onto one of these wish lists. A generic Resistance pilot and Resistance hero Poe are my two picks for a Resistance-themed twin pack. And at number 1, it's time to talk about the least represented faction in the entire Black Series, the Separatists. This one was easy. This was the first one that I came up with, like, as soon as I sat down and was trying to figure out, okay, what do I want to get out of these sets? This one just kind of came together, and I'm bringing a Trade Federation Invasion twin pack. Going 100% Phantom Menace Trade Federation themed. That made the choice for the Trooper really, really easy. I want a B1 battle droid repainted as an series battle droid commander. That's what I want. I want a commander battle droid. This guy's going to come up a couple of times in future wish lists, particularly the HasLab wish list that I'm working on. I'm pretty sure he's included in one of those picks, and you can probably guess what that's going to be. But I really want to get the battle droid commander on my shelf. I've always loved these guys, so the fact that we don't have one and it's such a simple repaint, I'm putting my foot down. I want to get a commander droid, so that's where we're at with that. But what character to put in the box for a Trade Federation twin pack? Let me think for a couple of seconds. How about the Viceroy of the Trade Federation? Let's get Nute Gunray in the box with a Commander Battle Droid. That would be a twin pack that I would go out and buy tomorrow. Nute Gunray is a figure that I have wanted for a very, very long time. I've been sitting here asking for Nute Gunray pretty much since I've been back on YouTube. And the Commander Battle Droid is the Battle Droid class that I most want to get on my shelf. So this box set just sells itself to me, to be honest. Obviously, 100% reissue on the B1 Battle Droid. It just needs a lick of paint on it. Just needs a couple of yellow splotches here and there. 100% new figure on Nute Gunray. Soft goods, yeah. Probably. I am warming to soft goods. I would like some electro binoculars in the box with the commander so that he can go, yep, there they are. Nute Gunray and the series Commander Battle Droid are my two picks for a Trade Federation themed Separatist twin pack. Honestly, I feel like these one army builder, one character twin packs are a real game changer for the Black Series, so whoever's idea that was, bravo. So there you have it. Those are my picks for 5 faction-themed twin packs that I would love to see come to the Black Series. So let me pass this subject off to you. What are some twin packs that you would go out and buy? Try and base it on the same similar idea, like one army builder that's basically reissue, and one character that you can go for a new sculpt on. It's really, really fun to start thinking about. Like, there are a ton of different possibilities. What about Wat Tambor with a B2 Super? Like, it's just so much fun. Let me know what your picks are down in the comments down below, and I'll get back to each and every one of you. In the meantime, however, I've been Grand Moff Tony. Those were my top 5 Black Series wishlist picks for Trooper of the Faction twin packs. You may subscribe when ready. Wow, that wasn't even English. Let's try that again. Screw it. You know what? I'm gonna change it. I'm changing my pick. Themed. Themed? That's the themed?